Welcome back to another episode of the BTB Show. Got myself, got Earl. We're going to be giving y'all our predictions and our takeaways from round two, game one, Cavs versus Pistons. And then we're going to do
Ooh.
Lakers versus Thunder. And we're going to do Lakers versus Thunder second because, Earl Lakers fan. So I'll pass it off to Earl. What is your thoughts on tonight's game and for the series, Pistons versus Cavs?
You know what's funny, man? I feel like both of these teams have
Earl,
the worst.
your mic just...
Oh, okay, wait, my fault.
Are you good now?
I feel like for me, this series, both of these teams have the worst offensive cold stretches in the playoffs, right? I feel like Cleveland goes on these stretches where they can't get a bucket, and I feel like the Pistons go on these scoring runs where they can't get a bucket. But personally, man, it's really hard for me to go against Cade Cunningham. Like, I don't know what happened. Like a flip just switching his mind that said, hey, even if nobody comes with me, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that we get over the top. Like, Jalen Duren, to me, I think he absolutely had a ghost series, completely disappeared until that last game, and still to his standards, I feel like it was just okay. I feel like that's a guy who should easily be getting in the 18, really in the playoffs, I expected like 18, 13 from him. Minimum floor-wise, especially, we had conversations about him being a most improved candidate. But honestly, he might be the most regressed playoff candidate I've seen in the entire playoffs this year. We'll see about that. But I can't ignore Cleveland's depth, man. Like I think. Oh my bad. Thank you. All right, bet. I was about to say I can't ignore Cleveland's depth. I feel like they have one of the deepest teams in the NBA still. And when it comes down to role players, I know theirs are going to show up. I think the Pistons have a trouble finding their identity at times. I mean, if we're relying on Tobias Harris to give us 30 plus to win a game, no offense to Unc Harris, I
Yeah.
don't think he can do that for an entire series, bro. I just can't see it happening. So other guys, if the Pistons want to win, they have to step up. But personally speaking, I know it sounds like I've been trashing the Pistons, but I'm still going Pistons, bro. Like, I just love Cade Cunningham as a young up and coming star. I think the defense they bring to the team, like Asor Thompson, is absolutely incredible. Craziest plays. I don't know if you've seen that stat. That he tied Wemby in like blocks and steals, as a forward, which is crazy last round. So yeah, I think personally, I think I'm gonna go Pistons in 7. Pistons in
It's
7.
1-7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go off what Earl said. I agree. These two teams have some horrible offensive moments. I mean, we seen that Magic series, Magic versus Pistons. I saw it in person. I was at Game 3 in Orlando, bro. The Pistons went the whole third quarter almost not scoring. Like, they were up. They had a huge rally in the fourth, but that third quarter was dreadful. Like, they had periods where they just don't score. Jalen Duren, who I think had a personal Magic series, the whole beef with him and Wendell Carter, I think he's going to bounce back in this series. I think he's going to go back to that 19 and 11, 19 or 20 and 10 Jalen Duren this next series. I really think he's back. I mean, Evan Mobley's soft in my opinion. I just don't trust Evan Mobley. He's way stronger than Evan Mobley. Jared Allen, Jared Allen did have a great series against the Raptors. I don't know if he's gonna bully Jared Allen, but he's strong, bro. Think the strongest bigs in the league. I think he's gonna come with it, man. And I just think that the Cavs are just so soft in my opinion, bro. They're so soft. I think they're one of the worst perimeter defensive teams in the NBA with James Harden and Donovan Mitchell on the front line. Like, everybody's going past them on the Pistons. Give the ball to Cade, he's going past either one of them. Give the ball to Dennis Jenkins, who can get hot in any game at any moment, going past them. I think it's going to come down to the best player in the series, and I do think that Cade Cunningham is better than Donovan Mitchell, personally. I think that I'm going to go Pistons in 6 for the series, but tonight, I'm thinking the Cavs are going to steal game 1. I think the Cavs will steal game 1. They just had a long, hard series against the Magic. They're gonna feel out tonight. They're gonna lose to the Cavs, and they're just gonna bounce back in a big way. I mean, they can win road games, they win home games, they take care of games in Detroit. But yeah, like Earl said, man, the Cavs offense just has these moments where James Harden just turned the ball over, Donovan Mitchell just chucking threes, Evan Mobley don't know what to do, Jared Allen needs a lob to score a bucket.
Yep.
Like, there's just points where I just don't know what they're doing, and then you can say the same for the Pistons, where it's Cade, dribble. 2 seconds left. Tobias, can you hit the 3, please? Cade, dribble, pick and roll. Hey, Jalen Duren, can you finish the pick and roll? Like, it really just comes down to Cade and what he decides to do with the ball at the end of the shot
Yep.
clock, either he's shooting or giving it up, because he has to have the highest usage in the playoffs. It can't be close. Like
100%.
his usage has been him and LeBron. Their usages have been unreal. Like that's just how it is. They have to have the ball because their surrounding cast is very limited ball handling. So
Yep.
yeah, man, Cade, I just think is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think he's been the third best player in the entire playoffs. First round, he averaged what 36, 7 and 7 or something like that on 50-50. Like he shot like 50% from three, 50% from the field.
Crazy.
He was unbelievable against the Magic, and the Magic defense is feisty as hell. They play dirty, and he got out of that. He averaged 36 that series, bro. Like this,
36.
This Cavs defense is significantly worse than that Magic defense, bro. I am not worried about Cade against this defense at all, but I do think that the Cavs have these moments where they just hit everything. Max Strus could have 24. Sam Merrill could have 18 with 6 threes. Donovan Mitchell could be hot. Harden could be hot. They're going to have one of those hot 3-point games, and I think tonight can be one of those games. So, yeah, I think the Cavs still game 1, but I still got Pistons in 6 personally.
For sure, yeah. I think we can move on to the other series of the night. We got Thunder versus Lakers, man. I'm going to let you go first here because obviously I'm a little biased. But, yeah, going into the series, how you feeling about it? I'm assuming I know your answer, but let's talk about it.
So...
You don't have to be nice or hold back at all, by the way.
No. Every time I start talking about Lakers, I am the resident Lakers hater on the pod. So
yes,
it's me versus Earl today.
Yes, sir.
But with all that being said, series prediction first. I got OKC in 5. I have OKC in 5.
Fair.
The only reason I say that is because Luka Doncic will not be playing. I truly think Luka's hamstring is cooked. And even without J-Dub, I don't think J-Dub's playing either. But the way that the Rockets lost that series in the first round is just the lack of inexperience. They let Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart beat them the first 3 games. And after they started shutting them down, the Lakers looked a little compromised. That series ended up going 6. LeBron got a little winded throughout the series, and he ended up having a monster game 6 to close out Houston. But this OKC team, man, they're going to scrape, claw, foul. They're going to beat the Lakers down physically. And that's what you have to do against a LeBron James team at this age, bro. Because they don't have anybody else to bring the ball up. Full court press against Marcus Smart with those dogs, Marcus is going to get an 8-second violation 3 times a game. Like, he's just not going to be able to go anywhere. Luke Kennard, he has no chance bringing the ball up against this team. Like, it has to be LeBron just has to turn back the clock, bro. Like, he literally has to turn it to 2018 LeBron from 6 years ago in order to get out this first round series. And I know Austin Reeves is back. I don't think Austin Reeves is 100%. Even though it's the oblique, I think people kind of overrate how serious that injury is. It's really just a core muscle injury and how twitchy you are with the ball, which Austin Reeves is very physical. He loves to get to that line. But he just had a good little break. I think Austin Reeves is fine. I even think with just LeBron and Austin Reeves, it's not enough. They need Luka. If they had Luka, this series goes to 7. I don't know who wins. Because Luka, he owns OKC. We see it in the playoffs. He knocked out OKC the last time they played when it was just him and Kyrie versus them when they were number 1 seed 2 years ago. They knocked them out. So I love Luka against OKC. He's not afraid of them one bit. He thinks that he's better than SGA. And he acts like he's better than SGA on a day-to-day basis, led the league in points. So if Luka was playing, I think this series would have been a lot better, but no Luka. You got SGA. You got the Thunder off like a week and a half of rest. They've been finished off Phoenix. Phoenix is on like week 2 of Cancun. So I don't know how the Lakers can pull this one out. Tonight I love the OKC just off the rest and all that being said. But Earl, man, you got to let me know how your team gets out of this one, brother. Please let me know.
I'm telling you, man, I'm very confident going into this series, man. And the one reason I'm confident going into this series is one man, LeBron Ramon James. When last round started, every single broadcast member, I have the list, put the Rockets to win, not only to win, but in 4. They said we were getting swept. They said the best case was us winning 1 game. And you know what happened? We won, and we beat the Rockets in 6. 6 games. 6 games. Us. No Luka. Austin Reeves for, I'll say 1.5 games. First game, he wasn't really there mentally. He just came back off that injury. Second game, he was a lot better. But to me, man, this team has found its resilience. We talk about LeBron James-led teams. A lot of these guys on this roster have gained confidence. You know who the number 1 player in the playoffs who has the highest defensive field goal percentage? Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart. That means he's absolutely clamping up whoever is guarding him. You know who number 3 is on that list? Which is crazy. Rui Hachimura, by the way, who is also the highest three-point percentage in playoff history at 50.8%. The best shooter in the playoffs right now, hands down. Hey, and baby MJ, mid-range killer. So when I look at guys like this on this team, I can't help but be a little bit delusional, right? If Rui Hachimura can knock down his shots, if Luke Kennard can have a bounce back round, I know he finished that round horrible, but if he can knock down his threes, I think we have a chance. Defense for us, I don't think has been a major problem. I understand we're playing the Oklahoma City Thunder, but at times I feel like our defense has been way better than our offense. Offense is where I get nervous. Defense, if we can get on the break, man, cause some turnovers, I think we could have a legit chance. But I will say this. The whole series depends on tonight, right? If you can shock Oklahoma City Thunder, you can get a win. Early on in this series, it has players act a little bit different, man. You know, confidence level, not saying it'll be completely down, but some of that arrogance level might get either inflated a little bit, like, oh, these guys aren't gonna beat us again, we're good, or maybe opposite, oh, they gotta win, oh, let's lock in, let's change the adjustment. But for me, like, LeBron James is the best chess player in the NBA. He knows exactly how to take one game, win or loss, and use that to pivot to his next matchup. And I think tonight, obviously game 1, historically LeBron is the king of fill it out games. He's going to see exactly how the Thunder play him. He's going to adjust from that from game 1 to game 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, vice versa, however long the series lasts. Personally, I think it's going to have to take a big series from Austin Reeves. We're going to have to see the Austin Reeves from early season where there was no Luka, where there barely was a LeBron James, and he was putting up 38 points per game, which is crazy to say. Like, yes, this really happened. For the first 3 weeks of basketball, Austin Reeves was almost the leading scorer in the NBA for some time, which is wild. We need that Austin Reeves back. It's just transparent. You can't win versus OKC if you can't score. That's just a fact. I know going into the series, I'm not expecting us to get a lot of calls, and I'm expecting everything to be called against us. And I think Bron kind of said something similar. Like, these guys know. JJ Redick knows. He said, we can't play this series expecting to get calls. Like, we have to play knowing that things won't go our way that way and work on the details. Like, the details of the game, like Bron said, are the most important in this series. No turnovers. OKC is the best team to apply pressure in the front court, full court pressing. Like Jay said it. They are agitators of ball handlers. And we've seen it in the last game with Reeves and Luka, even when they got hurt. They could not get past half court. That was the biggest thing. And that little behind the back Austin Reeves likes to do, cut it out, bro. It wasn't working versus the Rockets. It's not going to work versus OKC. I don't want to see it one time. So for me, I personally have the Lakers in 7. I think if we can win game 1, protect home court, potentially win at least one at home court, we can extend the series. And I also do have Luka coming back around game 5. By that time, it will be around a month and a half since he's been out, which is the typical timeline, not the delusional timeline people kept coming up with for his injury to be fully recovered. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. I love everything Earl said. Austin Reeves, he did lead the league in scoring for like 2-3 weeks. He did.
It was crazy.
He has it
crazy
in.
time.
But this OKC playoff OKC defense is they don't call nothing against them, bro. It is very apparent. Even though the Lakers, they got one of the best, they got a top 3 whistle in the league too. OKC gonna get to that line. The Thunder are gonna. Lakers are gonna get to that line as well.
Yes.
Austin Reeves gonna get some free throws as well. LeBron getting some free throws. Like Earl said, man, y'all gotta come with it tonight. Tonight is the tone setter. Even if y'all lose by 2-3 points tonight, y'all came, y'all fought. Just show some type of fight tonight. But yeah, man. With all that being said, let us know what y'all think in the comments below. You like Pistons versus Cavs? Who you like in that series? Lakers versus Thunder? Who do y'all like in that series? Let us know. On to the next episode of the BTB Show.
Peace.